time, everyone, and welcome back to the next 20 pages of Crushing It. In this next 20 pages, as I always say, there's so much information in the 20 pages, it's really freaking hard to pull out the most important information in those 20 pages. And in this next 20 pages, I feel like these 3 points are going to be the most useful and at least the most important for these 20 pages. That is why I always encourage you guys to read on your own, because there's so much information that you're going to pick up besides these 3 key points. Other than that, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Today I'm doing this video super late because I got so busy with work, and then after work I wasn't feeling well and I had to take a nap, and then I woke up way later than I thought, and now I got to record this video and get it out to you guys because you guys mean a lot to me and I got to keep on being consistent with my videos. So I'm going to post this video and hopefully you guys are going to really like it. But going on to the first point, authenticity, which kind of relates to what I was just talking about, and it relates back to the second video that we just covered in part 2. And we're going back into authenticity because we kind of have an example of authenticity, and that's going to be Lauryn Evarts. And in her story, she actually created a brand called the Skinny Confidential. Pretty much what it was is it's like kind of woman empowerment. It's like a woman empowerment movement. It's blogging and vlogging, I should say. And she's just trying to get like information from strong women and like trying to bring strong women together and like exploit the secrets of how to become a successful woman. And the interesting point for her was whenever she was doing the Skinny Confidential, she was being authentic with her audience, and she was like, you know, being herself to her audience, and she was actually getting backlash for it. And the problem with that was it was demotivating her, because she was like, well, I'm getting backlash for being myself, and it's kind of like, man, should I keep doing what I'm doing? Like, am I doing the right thing? But she decided to keep on pursuing her dream, kept on pursuing her passion, and she kept showing who she was, and eventually, actually, she found the followers who she was looking for. And those followers actually really appreciate for her simply just for being her. She was being authentic, and she was telling her life story, who she was, and everything like that. And she drew her right audience straight to her because they enjoyed her for her. And in her story, there's actually a great sub point, which is going to be execution and discipline, which kind of relates to exactly this. What I'm doing right now is the 20 pages. Although it's late at night, I got to get this video out. With execution and discipline, whenever you have your business or self-brand that you want to put out there in the world, you have to be disciplined and execute on your ideas. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind in the dust. That's why you always have to be disciplined in doing your work, no matter what it is, because once you start sleeping, someone's going to be passing you up. And that's why you don't want to let that happen. You have to be disciplined and execute on every single action within your brand. And there's a lot of motivators out there that actually kind of really get into discipline and execution, because if you don't, dude, honestly, like I said, you're going to be left behind. Actually, GaryVee points out a great point. There's entrepreneurs and then there's wantrepreneurs. Wantrepreneurs are the people that are like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and eventually they never do anything. Entrepreneurs, the difference between those two is entrepreneurs actually execute. They actually take the action to do something with their ideas. So that's why how important execution and discipline is towards your goal. Now going on to the next one, passion. This kind of relates to discipline and execution. Whenever you're really passionate about something, you will literally do whatever it takes to pursue your passion. Because if you don't, then you're really not passionate about what you're doing. And you're just setting it aside, and it's going to be the next, kind of idea that I tinkered around with and I liked, but I didn't like it enough, so it's just meh, And that's why you have to be passionate with your idea, with your goal, whatever your mission is. Because if you're not, honestly, your fans too, your audience, they're going to notice that you're not passionate, and they're going to set you aside because they know you're not being your true self, and you're kind of just like, you're just showing what your intent is, and that intent is probably to make money as fast as possible. And that kind of relates on to the next point, be patient. If you're not patient, you're going to be also you're going to be missing the big point of things. Because if you're patient with your passion, you're eventually going to get to where you want to be, but it takes time. Look at millionaires all around the world. Any successful individual. None of them got rich overnight. None of them reached success overnight. It just does not happen. There's also, like, for example, look at the people that win the lottery. When they win the lottery, they hit the jackpot. They have so much money. But the thing is, most of those lottery winners, they lose all their money instantly. Want to know why? Because they didn't develop the skills to actually hold on to that money and how to use that money effectively. Therefore, the people that have been, working their whole lives, or however long it takes to create their brand, they start developing these skills and all these characteristics that actually make them for who they are in the future, and they're successful because of those skills. They know how to retain their money, and they know how to keep providing value to the public. And that's why they stay successful. And same thing with the saying, like, once you make $1 million, you can always easily make another $1 million. Or if you make one business and it was successful, but then it crumbles, you can always redo it, because you've developed the skills to redo it and keep being successful that way. And that's what differentiates people from, the get-rich people or get-rich-quick people, and the people that actually work their asses off through years of hard work and eventually get to where they want to be. So that's why it kind of relates to patience and passion. When you're being patient with your passion, you're going to reach what you've always desired. It just takes time. It could take either, months, years, a few years. You can't put a time constraint on your goals, because it really can just take as long as it needs to be. It's a process. You have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy what you're doing in the moment, or else it just won't be what it is in the future. If you get what you want right away, you're not going to enjoy it. You're just simply not going to enjoy it, and you're not going to retain it. That is pretty much it for the next 20 pages. There was 2 individuals in this next 20 pages that I wanted to discuss, but I didn't want to run too long in time, and also there's a reason why I do just the main 3 concepts, the main 3 points, because I still want you guys to read. There's so much value in these 20 pages that you need to read, because you're going to pick up a lot more than just these 3 points. So I highly encourage you guys to get Crushing It. It's an awesome book. You're going to learn a lot about self-branding, and you're going to start realizing that you can truly pursue your passion. And with pursuing your passion, it's going to take time, but the result is totally worth it. You're going to enjoy your life, and you're going to enjoy the riches that come from it. That is all I have for you guys today. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and please, I was going to say follow, subscribe on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. I'd really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Keep on being amazing, and keep on reading. Like I said, in 20 pages, you can read and pick up so much information out of it that it blow your mind with how much information you can get in simply 20 pages. All right, guys, take care. I love you.